Farm Rescue is a program. In the Midwest, we are farmers, all of us. No matter what we do, we are related to farmers. And our friends are farmers, our cousins are farmers, our relatives are farmers. So when a farmer has a problem, it affects every one of us. And whether it be in a downtown business that sits in a small town, or whether it's in Sioux Falls in a bigger town, or Fargo or any of the big areas, everybody is affected by the farm industry. When we see it tremendously. When farm prices are up, we have better business. That's just the way life is, you know. So I would encourage anybody to look at it, not just for the fact that it benefits you personally, but what it is caring for other people. And I think that if you were in that situation and you had a crisis of some sort that happened to you, how great would it be if someone came in and gave you a hand? And I think that Farm Rescue is that opportunity where I've watched a few of the videos. It's awesome to see these families and the appreciation that they have for somebody coming in and literally planting or harvesting or whatever they do in their farm to keep them alive. One of the things that we do as a company, we have always had this giving attitude of our company. We give away 10% of our profits every year to charity one way or another. This became an option for us, and we looked at it. And what I liked about it was it's helping people that need help. And that's really, to me, I look at that and I've been very blessed in my life. I haven't had a lot of times. I've been some times when we were pretty close here, whether we were going to make it, not make it when we started, but that's all startup business. I've been blessed very good otherwise, but there are a lot of people that have a lot of things that they deal with, and sicknesses and all those things. And what I like about Farm Rescue is it takes people that have unfortunate incidents happen to them, and it basically does exactly what it says. It rescues them in a time when they need it. I've always believed you do what you think is right, and if it comes back around and benefits you, that's a great thing. And in our case, I do believe it will. You know, I have no exact relationship between it, but I know that these are people that are important to my business, and if they need help, I want to be there to help them one way or another. I would definitely encourage farmers to apply for Farm Rescue. It's a program that they have to remember it's two-sided. Yes, they need help, but the joy of people that get it from coming and helping, the joy of sponsors from helping it happen, all those things are part of it. So they look at it, they should look at it as a way that they're not just helping themselves, but they're helping the other people that are involved in Farm Rescue, from the volunteers to the sponsors and everything else. As a sponsor, we wouldn't be involved if it wasn't for the fact that we want to help people. And so from that, so put your pride aside. I know about pride. I grew up around it, am it myself. And we are stubborn sometimes. We want to do it ourselves, but let people help, because when you do that, that gives them the joy also. So what you're doing is spreading that joy to all of the people that are involved in the program. So much in life isn't about money. It's about what you do for other people. You know, when it's all over with and done, it doesn't matter how much money we have in the bank. What matters is what's in our heart. And I believe that these Farm Rescue volunteers are people that have great hearts. And that's the difference between, that's the difference between America and the way we are as a country compared to a lot of countries. We care about each other. Well, Aaladin Industries is made up of 3 companies. One is Aaladin Cleaning Systems, one of them is Steel Eagle Incorporated, and one of them is Rugged Gear LLC. Aaladin is primarily pressure washers, parts washers. We build trailers. We have a variety of products that we build here, mostly to focus around the pressure washer industry. Steel Eagle builds accessories for the pressure washers. The hose reels that I was talking about, concrete cleaners, undercarriage cleaners, vacuum systems. That's the stuff that Steel Eagle builds. And then Rugged Gear, which is a kind of a total different offshoot, handles the hunting industry, and we do things like shooting carts that are used for sporting clays. We do lots of gun racks, whether they be gun racks in the back of the window of a pickup, or whether they're gun racks that sit in a sporting clay vehicle, such as a golf cart that goes around for sporting clays. That's our main product line there. We also just invested about 4 years ago into a company called Totector, which is a division of Rugged Gear. that goes on the back of a pickup and protects what you're towing. That has been a big growing part of our business right now also. Total employment of the company is just under 90 employees. We're very proud of the fact that we have a lot of our employees that have been here for many years. I've got numerous employees been here over 30 years, even though we've only been in business 35. So, and we've got a lot of 25-year plus people, 20-year plus. So we're very proud of the fact that once people come to work here, the culture in our company has kept them here, and that we really like that. This is our portable line of equipment. We have it in two basic sizes, a bigger size like this and a size that's smaller than this. Some of the features that are not offered by any in the competition is the swivel wheels in the front that allows you to turn and spin and move it around very easy. So you can move it very easy, move it from one place to another, whereas in most of the people do not have that option. We put clutches on our unit, so when they let go of the trigger gun, the pump goes, instead of going into bypass like a normal unit does, we don't have that. It goes literally, shuts the pump down totally. So you don't have any abnormal wear on your packings and everything in the pump. So it's a saver of, makes the machine last longer and gives the operator more control. So many times people in pressure washers, they're washing, they let go of the trigger gun, they walk away. And they forget that it's in bypass, and then the pump goes out and the bearings go out and it's gone, you start over again. This prevents that. Now we do probably 50% of our product with clutches. It is an upcharge. Some guys don't want to pay the upcharge. So this is our premier line basically of portable pressure washers right here. This unit is our 70 series unit, which is our high efficiency unit. These units run everywhere from 4 gallons a minute up to 12 gallons a minute. This particular one is a 10-gallon a minute unit. It operates basically as 2 separate units and 1 unit combined. So a person can run up to 10 gallons a minute or 2 5-gallon a minute units in one. Very popular in the hog operations, where they put these in the end and then they pipe them into the different bays, and depending upon what they're doing with what stage of development the hogs are in. But this has been a huge machine for us when it comes to the farm industry, because the farm industry, they need dependability, but what's really nice is most every one of the farmers are running on LP gas. LP gas is the most expensive form it is to heat any piece of equipment. And a machine like this, with its high efficiency, will save a hog operator that runs 6 to 8 hours a day, will save over $10,000 a year in LP costs alone just with this piece of equipment. We use our assembly in a little different method. Rather than an assembly line where everybody has one thing to do, we bring everything that's brought to a product and brought into a cell. We call it a cell, assembly cell. And the guy builds it from top to bottom. He builds everything. He puts a pump together, he puts the gas equipment together, he puts everything together, assembles it totally. 2 things we gain from this is we gain accountability, so we know who built what unit and how it's built. And in the other side, what we gained was actual productivity, because then the person is able to take it from beginning to end. He is more productive than doing it in an assembly line. Okay, basically every machine that we build, we test 100% for somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes a piece. So we make sure that every machine matches the exact specs that we claim it does on our literature. So as they're tested in these bays right here and brought out, and then they're brought over to this side over here, where they're then packaged, decaled, packaged, and ready to go out to shipping. We private label machines for a lot of different people, so it doesn't always say Aaladin on it. That's our primary brand, but we have about 6 or 7 different brands of product that we build here and private label for people out in the field. In 2007, we decided to upgrade into more high-tech equipment, and at that time we put in a laser, a couple press brakes, and at this time we upgraded to this kind of press brake, which is a 6-axis brake, which allows us to do so many things we couldn't do before. One of the advantages, it has quick change tooling. The reason for all this is trying to reduce the overall labor costs, because as we're competing against the competitors, which in many cases are overseas competitors. What this is basically is a tower of all the different types of steel that we cut, and allows us to bring that steel in as it's needed. If we're using 16 gauge or 12 gauge or whatever, we can shift from one gauge to the other, making it so when we write our work orders and our shop orders, we can go from one to the other without interrupting the flow. This machine is also capable of running day and night, so many times when we're ready to leave at 5 in the afternoon, we set it and it'll run for up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever we set it for. And when the program is done, and it shuts itself off automatically, and then in the morning we come and we have our stack of cut steel ready to go to work. This is a brand new machine that we just purchased. This machine is one that spins the heads of a hose reel. Just to give you kind of an example, this sheet started out as a flat sheet of steel, and it's spun. It starts out looking like this. There's what it looks like when it starts, and it ends up looking like this when it's done. And it's for hose reels that we build, and it allows us to have the control again over from the beginning and the end, the process of hose reels. And our goal is always to have as much control from the time the sheet steel comes in until it goes off, so we don't have to rely on outside suppliers. This machine is robotically operated and loads and unloads automatically. So once we set a bunch of cut sheets on there, it will spin them, set them on a pallet, and again, this is one of those things you just walk away and let it run. When it's done, the pallet's full, and you come back and you move from there. Hey, basically we have our 3 core values that we run with of integrity, excellence, and a profound respect for the individual. And each one of those values has core fundamentals under it, such as do what is best for the customer, check the ego at the door, honor commitments, and so forth. So what we do is in here is that each week we cover one topic. If our week this topic is integrity and it's do what is best for our customer, every employee in the place sits down for 15 minutes and talks about what it means to do what is best for the customer. They come up with ideas of what we can do to make a better product. They come up with ways that we can work better amongst ourselves and so forth. So it's a culture that we're trying to build into the company, that from the floor sweeper to the president's office, we all run the same kind of core values to make sure that when we're done, we give the best product possible to the customer. Bill's a welder that's been with us now for over 30 years. And Bill is an example of a guy that is a craftsman at what he does. When he puts a piece of equipment together, it doesn't come apart. We're very proud of the fact that the frames that we build here are total welded frames. We don't bolt them together. They're all welded for strength and longevity. And Bill is an expert welder, probably the most productive welder I got in the place. And he's talking about retiring soon, and I keep trying to talk him out of it, because what I've found in our company is it's not just what we're building, it's the relationships that we build with people. And Bill and I have been friends for many years, and I dread the day that he quits working. Okay, what we're doing here is building the coils. In a hot water machine, the coil's the heart of the machine. The difference between one brand or another is the coil. And we're very proud of the way we build our coils, the warranties that we put on our coils, and the longevity of our coils. In this case, he's welding what we call our standard 8-wrap coil together, which is kind of interesting. That coil is the same coil would fit in the first unit I ever built. So we've been able to keep that same thing go from year to year because of its not only dependability, but long life. And then what happens is ease for our dealers. They can always have one coil that uses for lots of different products. The reason we use powder coat is powder coat will adhere better, it lasts longer, and your surface is protected about 3 times better than a spray surface. Once it goes into the oven in a powder form, It goes in for 20 minutes at 400 degrees and comes out totally hard and baked and a shiny gloss black.